Welcome back to Coach Twigg's YouTube channel. My phrase for today, beat them like a bass drum during the halftime show. Coaches, if you're looking for something to say to your players, to get them fired up, you got to just look around the internet. There's tons of them out there, and I really enjoy using some of those. Today's topic is going to be the load of our swing. What's the proper way to do it? What's the improper way to do it? And are there different ways that we can perform it correctly? I'm going to stay close to the camera here for the initial part of this video before moving back, because you're going to need to see how the front foot and the load work together. It's kind of like a pulley, and we'll get into that in a couple of minutes. But first, I want to just show you what exactly does load mean, because there's so many different people that teach it so many different ways. For one, a lot of people think load is push both hands way back here so that we can then really get them to come through here, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Load is simply a trigger. Your load also will work with your back hip a little bit, and again, I'll address that in a few minutes. But for me, first, let's just break down load by itself. Load is very simple. For a lot of people, it's just pushing the bottom hand back, which gets the barrel in perfect position to start throwing the knob and coming through the swing. It doesn't have to be straighten out both arms. It doesn't have to be go way up here like this. It's a very simple movement, but it's a rhythm. We're here and it's push. That's all it really takes. Now, to get to that position, yes, there are a couple ways to achieve it. Some people teach what we call a backward C. So we're here and they're going to do this motion. It's a backward C. I guess what I'm telling you is it doesn't really matter what you pick to get in that hitting position, but you've got to end up here. It's push. And again, the backward C will do the same thing. It's here, but my bat ends up in the same spot every time, because if my bat is not properly placed, I can't do the rest of my swing and expect it to be the best swing that I can take. Now let's look at how the load works with our front foot. Anybody that teaches hitting will probably tell you that the two movements are related, and they do need to happen at a similar or even the same time. So when we are here and we are ready to take our stride, our load and our stride are going to go in opposite directions. So our foot is going forward, and you can see my hand, my bottom hand, is pushing back at the same time. So it's here, here. Now, if it's the backward C, it's no different. Here's my timing. We're in a good rhythm. We're looking at the pitcher. Backward C, okay? So either one of those methods work, but understand that the front foot is attached to this movement. I often teach my younger hitters to think of it as a rubber band, and we're trying to stretch the rubber band. We're getting what's called separation. So when you're watching a major league game or a high-level college game and you hear the announcers talking about getting separation, this is what they're talking about. We are in this position and we separate. Our hands go here, our foot goes here, we're stretching that rubber band. Here's the backward C. And you can see that we're getting separation from our front foot to our hands. Now, don't forget to hold me accountable, because I almost forgot to talk about the back hip. I talked about the fact that that is sometimes working at the same time as our load and our stride, and I just want to quickly address that. So we're in our stance, and we've already taught you to separate, but now let's watch and focus on my back hip and see what happens at the same time. We are in our position, and as we get ready to load and stride, you see a gentle rock in this direction. Bend my knee a little bit, hip comes back a little bit. Watch it one more time. and you can see that that gets me in a great hitting position, and now I'm ready to explode through the ball. When you're thinking about the load, here's what you have to remember. Don't overdo it. When it comes to hitting, you can say that with almost anything. You can overdo almost any part of your swing. Find a middle. I don't teach a little less or a little more. I always say find the middle. Don't stretch your arms all the way out here to get a load, but also don't shortchange yourself and just do a little tiny load. Find something in the middle. I teach my stride that way. I teach my load that way. I teach so many different things in that same fashion. I really hope you enjoyed this video today. Please click like, but more importantly, click subscribe as our videos just continue to get better and better. I've been getting some great questions from my subscribers and some great comments. If there's something that you want to see me teach, please send me a comment or send me a question. I will get on it right away, and I will make sure that I help you to improve your hitters and your players. Thank you.